Thanks ever so much for coming. Every team that comes is a bonus for us because we don't get that many. Not that we can play that many more old boys games. But, we really appreciate the effort, the time, and the money it takes to come down. So, on behalf of everybody at the club, a big round of applause for coming down.
Well, it was founded in 1978. Team ran several years, having just one team. We struggled getting bodies, as with all new clubs. We ran one team in the 3rd division of the Eastern Ontario Rugby League. I joined in 1980. A lot of people think I'm the founding member, but no, I actually joined a couple years later. I had one of my buddies who was a founding member, Earl, and Derek, who kept hounding me to come out.
The Barrhaven Scottish would like to say thank you so much for the wonderful hospitality.
Derek, stand up! Stand up!
We were last night.
I played from 1980 to about 1997. I think my last season was 13 captain, and we did at that time have an old boys team. I was out for 15, 16 years. Then I heard about the founding of the new old boys, the SOBs, Barrhaven SOBs. I was invited out to play. I was reluctant because I hadn't played in years and, some old injuries. So I went out to play touch. They convinced me to go out and play touch. Said, no worries, you can just come out and play touch. You don't have to, sign up. Just come out and hang out with the boys and go for a beer. Sure enough, went out a few times, enjoyed it. They got me all liquored up. Next thing you know, they handed me a registration sheet and I was in.
We put together a wish list at the meetings, resurrection of an old boys side, and we finally had the opportunity. We had this momentum. A guy named Kevin McCleary, probably instrumental in pushing this along. He was at the AGM, he pushed for an old boys side, and we all supported the decision that we could do this. And it started by recruiting one guy at a time. So first year we had about 26 guys. In the second year we end up with 36 players. And the third year we're going to hit 40 registered players as an old boys side.
Action, if you're wrong on all three, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, it is radio.
Then you get your back to this rugby club. There we go.
There's your rugby field.
And there's the boys on the rugby club. All right.
Why don't we just go over and have a beer with them?
They're training. I want to get there first.
There's 2 or 3 guys a couple of years ago who were trying to put things together, and I played rugby for years in Toronto. I've always been a member of the Scottish here. Griffiths was kind enough to put this together. Just a good way to get away, and a bunch of good guys down here, and got hosted really well. A lot of fun.
The rugby community is unparalleled in the sporting world. The camaraderie, the goodwill and fellowship between teams and competitors, and it's unrivaled. I mean, it's hard to express unless you actually get involved.
After the game, as a result of Luke's antics or touching the ball down on the 5-yard line, Big Bob found this nasty old construction boot in the parking lot, brought it in the pub, and passed it around. We all filled it up with beer, and had Luke shoot the boot, and that was the first shooting of the boot.
It's not done! It's not done!
I was brought out as originally the photographer / videographer, and when Short Bodies decided to play, even though it drew some chuckles at our end of year banquet, playing in cargo shorts and what were baseball cleats, but the fascination grew from there.
So this is what you get when you play old boys rugby. After how many years have I been playing rugby? 52, I think.
That's it, Scott.
And I never thought I'd play this game again. So I came to Canada, and I met a guy called Mike Griffith. Yeah, who decided, wasting all his life playing hockey, he wanted to play rugby. And he said, I'm signing up for the old boys of rugby. I'm signing you up as well. That's how it happens.
Just a presentation from us to the guy that I've been speaking to on and off for the last couple of months. He seemed to put it together pretty quickly from, I think, desperation in one afternoon in the snow. But a big thanks for Mike to put it all together on behalf of
I'm just going to coach, but oh no, Mikey Griffin had a different idea.
So I have a condo here in Freeport, and one night we were at Molly's sitting with two Welshmen, and we decided to have a scrum in the middle of the bar. At that moment, we also decided we should get our rugby team down here and have a match. And we pulled it off in 6 weeks and ended up at Freeport for a rugby game.
Has to be Billy, yellow shoes, pink shoes, whatever his name is, that big brute that was in the way. That's my boy! You're not going anywhere either,
How would you contrast the culture of hockey versus the culture of rugby?
So that's a good question. Very hard, very similar in terms of how the game itself is very physical and punishing, but the rugby culture is very much more sociable, and you just don't get that with hockey. Like we had yesterday at the rugby club with the singing and drinking beers after the game, that just doesn't happen with the extended culture of hockey.
I see a lot of camaraderie in the game of rugby that I don't see in a lot of other sports. Perhaps it's because the guys beat the heck out of each other when they're on the field. A lot of times you don't see the animosity off the field that you do with other sports.
You know, it's definitely just a camaraderie between the guys afterwards, and it's good to get out. It's contained violence when you're out there and you play hard, but the partying afterwards and just having fun, and yeah, the camaraderie, no doubt about it.
So it's not a violent sport, say. It's especially when you're playing old boys. The camaraderie on the field has been excellent.